A lot of energy, as always. We love to bring the energy during practice. A lot of focus on the details this week. That offense brings a lot of dynamics, to each position on the field. So everybody was locked in, had great energy, so I was proud of my team.
Is the intensity this week a little higher because of the magnitude of this week's game?
Yeah, the intensity is always high because of a game week. But, this one has a little extra oomph. They're the defending champs. They're the big dogs on the block. So, we have to beat them to be great. So just a little extra focus this week.
What are the biggest things that they do well? Like, what jumps out about their offense?
Their running game is very efficient. Love their running game. They have a lot of play-action passes off the run because people like to put so many numbers inside the box to stop it. So, boots, play-action, throwbacks, all that stuff. So, we just have to keep our eyes open at all times for everything.
UTSA has not been able to beat this team since really anybody on this roster has been here. Does that change the dynamic at all, or does that add anything extra?
I don't think it really changes the dynamic. I mean, I know everybody on this team has confidence that we'll go out and play with our best ability this Saturday, and that should take care of itself, really.
I was thinking maybe it might add a little extra fire, or just something like we got to get.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely adds a lot of extra fire. I mean, I feel like the feeling's mutual in our dislike for each other. I mean, they don't like us, we don't like them. It's probably with every team in this conference. It's a very heated conference, so yeah, I mean, we're always fired up.
Is there any extra pressure this week?
No pressure at all. Coach Traylor just always teaches us to just win each day, and that starts Tuesday. So, I mean, if there was any pressure on us, the pressure would have happened yesterday, and I feel like we handled that well yesterday with practice and today with practice. So, this coming Saturday, we should just be playing free.
Because this game is basically for a shot in the conference championship game.
Right.
You would think pressure would come with that. So, are you guys kind of blocking out the stakes, or how do you approach that part of it?
Not necessarily blocking it out. Like, we understand the challenge that's coming this Saturday, and instead of, more pressure, I feel like we embrace that challenge and we just face it head on, and we're ready for it.
What kind of impact are you expecting your crowd to have in this game?
A huge impact. Because last week we had 30,000. The crowd was rocking, and that wasn't even our biggest game this year. I feel like the city of San Antonio knows how big this game is, how important it could mean to the city of San Antonio. So I feel like a lot more people will show up this week and be behind us. So I'm excited for it.
Do you feel that on the field? Does that give you a little extra energy?
A lot of extra energy. I was telling one of my friends after the game, last week it felt like 3 or 4 planes just sitting on each side of the field, just on full throttle on third down. I absolutely loved it. I could barely hear my teammates. You see the offense had some issues with that, with communications and play calling and stuff like that, so it only helps us.
Ken, we were talking to Corey Mayfield, I think it was last week or a couple weeks ago, and he said that you're the leader of the cornerbacks room. Do you kind of see yourself in that kind of a role?
Yeah, I see myself and really a few of my other teammates as leaders. Me, Corey, and Tariq, we kind of carry that 3-man role in leading that corner group. We both have the most experience. We both all 3 of us have the most experience. All 3 of us make the most plays. All 3 of us are the most vocal, and we lead by example. So, I came in following after them. So I guess that just molded me into a leader as well.
Yeah, I was going to say you're a little bit younger than those 2 guys. It was surprising to hear that you're somebody who's kind of taken on that sort of a role. How did you get into that position?
Like I said, whenever I came in, I was just following Corey Mayfield at the time because he was the only corner that's here now that was with me my freshman year. So just seeing how he worked, how he communicated with other players, I kind of modeled myself after that and just molded myself into a leader at that point. So yeah, me, Corey, and Tariq, I feel like all 3 of us are leaders in that room.
Ken, no UTSA team has ever won the West Division of this conference. You guys have a chance to do that this week. What does that mean to you and the players?
It will mean everything. I feel like if once that happens, I'll take a look back at where we've come from. Literally from our last field house to here, and our last coaching staff to here, and just our talent from a couple years ago to here, and I probably might break down a little bit and tear up a little bit just because how far we came, because it's been a long ride, and I still feel like we're not done yet, even after this season.
Coach was telling us after the game against Southern Miss that he thought maybe the guys were a little tight in that one, just because of, like you talk about, like it's such a monumental thing with building the program to where you are now. Did you think that got to anybody over the weekend, or that had any impact?
Say that again. You said tight.
Yeah, just like feeling that kind of weight of having built up the program and having all this eyes on you and everything that's going on, that maybe it translated into feeling like the team was under some pressure in that game. I was wondering if you noticed anything different.
Yeah, I really didn't notice anything different. As far as the defensive side of the ball, they did present to us a completely different scheme that we didn't plan for that entire week. So maybe the first half there was a little bit of adjusting to do, but after that, once we figured everything out, we started flying around like our regular selves throughout the whole season. So, just getting used to different looks and adjusting to that was probably our biggest thing last week.
And Tariq's been out for you guys. How does that change things for you individually?
That just means I have to play into a bigger role for the defense, get more snaps, be more of a leader since Tariq's not really on the field. I know he's leading on the sidelines, but on the field, just being more vocal and giving in to my teammates just a little more in place for Reek.
Do you kind of welcome that challenge, or what's your reaction?
I always welcome that challenge. Anytime I have the opportunity to lead this team or help our team just elevate a little more, I'm always for it.
Thanks, Ken.
Cool. Thank you, Ken. I
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.